You know what's crazy? People are always in my business, worried about what I'm doing, what Floyd is doing, what Floyd ain't doing, what I do got, what I don't got.
Something that you didn't appear interested in doing. And as a result, they didn't appear interested in helping you along because you didn't seem receptive.
Why does it always come to money?
Why not? I mean, everything you got on costs money. Everything you do costs money. You can't take your wife on a date for free.
Floyd Mayweather recently fired back at Stephen A. Smith during a live interview, angrily rejecting rumors about his finances. He pointed out that people are always focused on his personal life, questioning his choices, while he never gets involved in theirs. Floyd made it clear with his usual confidence that people should focus on their own business, not his.
Just know, I'm gonna stay in my lane, I ain't gonna fuck with nobody, and I don't want nobody with me. If I go on vacation, my fault. When I go on vacation for 30 days, I take 30 watches with me. But you know what? What's crazy is this. If we add 10 more days, I take 10 more watches.
Floyd Mayweather recently responded to rumors about a $42 million real estate investment that some believed had left him bankrupt. He confidently stated that he is the sole investor in 62 buildings, insisting he used his own money and didn't rely on anyone else for funding. However, some reports contradict his claim, suggesting he might only own a share of the properties, not the full ownership. Property records have raised questions, hinting that there may be more to the story than Floyd is letting on.
Yes, Floyd Mayweather has reportedly acquired 62 buildings in Upper Manhattan, spending approximately $402 million. This substantial investment was made through his real estate firm, Vada Properties, and is intended to expand his portfolio in New York City real estate market. Mayweather has expressed that this purchase holds significant personal meaning, reflecting his humble beginnings and desire to provide affordable housing options. He stated, "Growing up, I used to dream about owning just one home by myself. When you work hard, you can achieve anything. However, it's important to note that while Mayweather has announced this acquisition, some reports suggest that property records do not yet confirm the transfer of ownership. Experts speculate that he may have acquired a minority stake with options for future expansion rather than full ownership of all 62 buildings outright." In summary, Floyd Mayweather has publicly claimed to purchase 62 buildings in Upper Manhattan for $402 million, aiming to enhance affordable housing in the area. While these claims have been widely reported, the exact details and confirmation of ownership are still subject to verification. So even ChatGPT is saying, like, that's not official. Whether Mayweather is saying it or not, ChatGPT is saying it's not official. That deal has not gone through.
To back up his claims, Floyd Mayweather took a public tour of the 62 apartment complexes he says he fully owns, visiting each building personally. He repeatedly emphasized that no partners are involved in the investment. This move seemed like his way of putting any doubts to rest and showing that the investment was legitimate and entirely his. However, some remain skeptical, wondering if the tour was more about shaping his image than providing solid proof.
Yeah, I think it's fine. Yeah.
And I'm pointing like this because all of them, we're in New York City right now. We're in Manhattan. That's what we do. Come on. You wanna go? All this money made. No partners. All by myself. Over 1,000 apartments. I'm just getting started.
Stephen A. Smith took aim at Floyd Mayweather's exhibition fights, arguing that Floyd is more focused on making money than preserving his boxing legacy. He suggested that these bouts are tarnishing the greatness Floyd once brought to the sport.
I just see some of these things, and this is just my personal feeling. When you're that great and you're that elite, no one not just anyone deserves to be in a ring with you, even if you are retired, even if it is for exhibition purposes. This is not a movie. This is not Rocky 3, where Rocky is going against Thunderbolt, who that was his name, or Hulk Hogan, okay? This is not that.
Floyd Mayweather is well known for showing off his wealth, from luxury cars to designer clothes. His extravagant lifestyle is bold and unapologetic, and he frequently shares his riches on social media, drawing both admiration and criticism.
We got options, options, options. I got about 100 cars, but right here, we like to call this the Sweet 16. Lambo, Ferrari, 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 Lambo, Maybach, a Maybach, whatever you want to call it. Of course, the McLaren, the original McLaren. Bentley, Rolls, 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 Rolls. The Maybach truck or Maybach truck, whatever you want to call it.
Despite his massive success, Floyd Mayweather is no stranger to controversy. He has faced legal troubles for years, including time in jail and ongoing run-ins with the law. What concerns many is his apparent refusal to change certain behaviors, which could continue to lead him into legal trouble. His legacy is being overshadowed by accusations of financial dishonesty, such as cheating business partners or not paying taxes on time. In one shocking incident, reports even claimed he was detained in Dubai over unpaid luxury jeweler.
Well, it turns out that the rumors were true, and Floyd Mayweather has been trapped in Dubai for the last 50 days. Gervonta Davis was the first to claim it. Now multiple insider sources have confirmed that he is in fact trapped in Dubai for a debt that has nothing to do with boxing. After doing a little digging, it seems that someone in his camp while he was shopping for jewelry in Dubai stole one of the pieces, got away with it, and then blocked all communication with Mayweather. Since then, Floyd has already paid for the jewelry, but they refuse to let him go until they get their piece back. And allegedly, this guy right here is the thief that started this whole mess.
Adding to the controversy are allegations that Mayweather was involved in fraudulent cryptocurrency promotions. He reportedly accepted millions to endorse digital currencies that later turned out to be worthless. While promoting new ventures isn't necessarily wrong, many argue that using his fame to back poorly planned or even deceptive schemes shows a careless disregard for the fans and investors who trust him.
You won't believe this. Floyd Mayweather is back in the NFT space to launch his metaverse called Mayweather. There will be 5,000 NFTs with different utility, rarity levels, and rewards. But this NFT project is after a series of NFT and crypto scams he's started and promoted throughout the years. Some abandoned projects are Centra ICO, Ethereum Max, Floyd NFT, Bored Bunny, scamming his supporters for over more than $5 million. What do you think? Follow for more NFT news.
In a revealing interview, rapper 50 Cent disclosed that Floyd Mayweather owed him millions of dollars, a debt he still hadn't repaid. This bombshell added a personal layer to the ongoing story of Floyd's financial troubles and irresponsibility.
It goes on where, it's $300,000 chains being bought and buying a new Lamborghini and all these new things, and I'm sitting there going, yo, when you gonna give me the money?
Because you're already invested.
Right, like when you gonna give me your half of the money back. But I ain't trying to press him because he just got out of jail, right? So it's like, let him cool his heels before you...
Was that in the millions?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're sitting there big, and I'm like, yo, so when... But see, the fighters are an asset in themselves. They are that talent, regardlessly. Right. So I'm looking at him going, so there ain't no pressure there, but I'm saying, when is he going to say he wants to, to give me the other half of it? Why I got to ask you for it?
Right.
And then when he...
Are we talking over $2 million?
It's about that.
Oh, okay.
At that point, it was, invested in.
All right.
So look, he goes, when he finally does bring up the actual the situation, he acted like he didn't know anything. Like, I didn't tell you how to do that. I didn't tell you to do that.
Oh man.
And I'm looking at him, and he looked in my face and he told me to do that.
YouTube personality and boxer Logan Paul has also accused Floyd Mayweather of not paying him his fair share from their exhibition match. While Mayweather is said to have received his full payment, Logan claims Floyd withheld his earnings, failing to distribute the agreed-upon share.
That's the case, that Showtime as the digital partner just paid Floyd, and that Mayweather Promotions' responsibility was to pay Logan, and they didn't. You guys know I'm not a big fan of the Pauls, but this is some scumbaggery at the highest level. Like, Floyd is just holding Logan's money, probably going to not pay him until a court orders him to, which makes me think we're going to fucking lawsuit land. Logan's going to sue him. 100% he's going to. It's all going to depend on what was in that contract, that 14-page document that Logan signed on camera, by the way. Either two things happen. One, Logan and his team completely fucking fumbled whatever contract that was in their hands and didn't read through it thoroughly. It wasn't just robbing people like us of our money to watch them go at it. It was also robbing Logan, saying you to everyone and taking 100 mil to the bank. Or the second option, which is probably the most likely scenario that we're having here.
In response to mounting criticism, Floyd Mayweather addressed his relationship with money. He argued that being open about his wealth doesn't make him immoral, explaining that he sees money as a tool for creating freedom and opportunities. This mindset, he said, has empowered him to pursue dreams that others might hesitate to chase. It's this financial philosophy that motivates many of his bold and unconventional investments.
Floyd, you seem really comfortable talking about money. A lot of people in the UK are not. So what are your beliefs around money?
Just because I talk about money doesn't make me a bad person. I mean, I like to have the finer things in life. Money don't make me, I make money. I like to feed my family. You know, we can't feed our family just saying I love you. You know, money is able to put us in a position so we can have the finer things in life. So we are able to travel over to the UK and experience and do different things. We're able to travel to Dubai and other countries and have fun and live life and experience different things. So when you're able to make a lot of money, you're able to do those certain things. And for those people that don't have any money, because life is all about having different experiences. And with me being able to make a lot of money, I'm able to bring my team as well as my family around the world so they can experience different things.
Something you said earlier, Floyd, it really fascinated me. And it gave me an insight that you really learned about money. Is you said in real estate, you got to know what to do on a small scale first.
Yes.
And then you went big. And is that because you don't want to take massive risk because you want to be smart with your money?
Well, like you don't go out there and work extremely hard for so many years and then take every dime you got and just put it into something that you don't know about.
Well, a lot of people do, don't they? I mean,
and a majority of the time you get bad results. 90% of the time you get bad results.
Floyd Mayweather's purchase of 62 apartment buildings was initially seen as a smart business move, but now it's fueling bankruptcy rumors. Some believe he took on too much, while others think he might have been misled by dishonest partners. Unlike many athletes, Floyd never hired a manager to oversee his finances. He personally handled every deal and contract, giving him full control over his empire. When things went well, it led to huge profits, but when mistakes were made, there was no one else to blame.
I think with Floyd, he's never had a manager as well, right? He's always negotiated his own deals. Is that what kind of led to his wealth? He didn't have to cut a
It's not that he ain't got a manager, but he has got a manager. So he's can't remember his name now. So he's got a man, an elderly fella that's always with him, and but he does everything goes through him, everything. Floyd ain't very clever, believe me. But training wise, the man's a genius, and it's hard work, dedication. Don't matter how good you are. I mean, I am world class as an athlete, but I never trained like the top boys. I just thought, don't worry out, because I love a row, I love the fighting. Let's just turn up.
Yeah.
I mean, but after 3-4 rounds, if I ain't knocked you out, got sting coming at my ass.
Floyd Mayweather's entrepreneurial journey began with a bold bet. He wagered $750,000 on himself in a fight. It was a risky move, but one that paid off and marked the beginning of his business ventures alongside his boxing career. From that point, he took full control of his financial future. However, during a tense moment, boxing trainer Bill Haney accused Floyd of caring more about money than his legacy. "All you ever talk about is money," Haney said, questioning Floyd's priorities. This exchange highlighted how Mayweather's image has shifted from a beloved champion to a figure seemingly obsessed with wealth, leaving his true goals open to debate.
For that though, that's because you're a rotten. You always talking about the money and shit. That's what I'm saying is you can't.
I'm not talking, Bill. We not even here talking about no money, Bill. Bill, we not even here talking about no money. This ain't even about no money.
You brought the money up.
Bill Haney went even further, suggesting that Floyd Mayweather had started prioritizing bigger paychecks over the quality of his fights. He contrasted this with his own approach, where fan satisfaction comes first, not the earnings. Haney's comments reflect a growing criticism that Mayweather has shifted from being a fighter to being a brand, with many believing that profit now takes precedence over the performance that once made him great.
You say Tank doesn't want any of it. Why is that? I know you can't give him...
Man, get off of Twitter, man, and knock it off, man. If you the face of boxing, then send over something, man. You know what I'm saying? Something respectful like you're really trying to do. Because every fighter that Devin gets paid, man, the most money, man. Knock it off, man. That's bunk business, man. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we don't need you. Let the welfare feed you for real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for real. Because that's where you're going to be at the welfare line. You keep on the people, giving them the fake fights, talking about that we didn't charge $57. Listen, we going to give you the best fights, and we going to get all the people in there. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we do. And we pay the fighters. We give the fans an opportunity to come in. That's that old business model that you're going to charge the fans for some fight and that you the face of boxing because you just keep shoving it down their throat, man. The Mayweather era, that's over with, man. It's the Devin Haney era. That Mayweather is over with, man. You hear me? Over with. Floyd ain't never did what Devin did at 25. Tank ain't did it, nobody else ain't did it.
Floyd Mayweather has often claimed he earned a staggering $350 million in a single night, but former MMA fighter Chael Sonnen disagrees, suggesting the actual figure is closer to $60 million. This discrepancy has sparked questions about how much of Mayweather's image is built on exaggeration and myths, rather than solid, verifiable facts.
How much money could you reasonably walk out of this fight with?
350 million.
$350 million.
Yes.
Wow. I know you love money, right? I mean,
it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
What do you do with all this money?
And, cash is king.
Do you have an ATM card?
I'm the human ATM.
Floyd Mayweather has frequently stated that his main goal is making money, not necessarily becoming the greatest boxer. His famous line, "Nothing in this world is for free," sums up this mindset. While this philosophy is valid, it has often overshadowed his boxing achievements, creating an image of greed and opportunism rather than one of sporting excellence.
Floyd Mayweather, after the Aaron Chambers fight, went to Monaco and put 11 million on black. 50 million on black.
Everyone earns their own money. You do what you want with your money. Right?
Yeah.
But to an extent, I don't respect it because you're someone that's in such a seat of influence. Especially when we were younger. We used to
look up to Floyd.
And what's he teaching the guys growing up? Well, spunk your money on
dumb
casino,
shit. Yeah.
Work so hard to get it, and then throw it away in the casino. Like, come on, man.
That's the thing. It's like that lifestyle. Floyd is not one thing. He keeps coming back doing exhibitions and that, bro.
True.
Probably, I don't think Floyd. Don't get me wrong.
I think his level of broke is our level of rich.
Floyd Mayweather insists that his financial pursuits aren't just for his own benefit, but for building generational wealth. He often talks about securing a future for his children and their children. While this long-term goal is admirable, critics argue that it may be taking over his life, causing him to miss out on other meaningful experiences.
I believe in building generational wealth. Even like when my children, all four of my children are adults. And I told them, no more handouts. Because I feel like I'm hurting my children just by, I give them money, they go shopping, they put gas in their car, they party, they come back, I need money. I give them money, I buy them houses, I buy them cars. I told them, listen, if you guys go to school or you work in one of my businesses, then you can branch off, get your own business, and I'll put the money up to help you start a business, but I need you guys to take what I've already started and triple and double that, and then I need my grandchildren to come behind you guys and do the same thing.
Even in retirement, Floyd Mayweather has managed to keep the money coming in, especially through exhibition matches with non-boxers like Logan Paul, which have been very profitable. However, critics argue that these bouts lack real competition and damage his reputation as a serious athlete, turning him into a businessman more focused on putting on spectacles for a paycheck.
It was crazy that everybody keep asking me, why you not coming back to fight? Why you not coming back to fight? So I look at the fight game, I said, okay. I said, fighters fight, they make 3 million, 4 million, 6 million, 7 million. Some may make 10 or 20 million. But I'm doing exhibitions and I'm making 20, 25 million, 100 million for exhibitions. So why would I come back and fight and get a guaranteed 35 million when I'm doing exhibitions and getting 100 million?
In conclusion, Chael Sonnen offers a sobering perspective. Floyd Mayweather's real issue may not be making money, but rather how he spends it. Sonnen suggests that Floyd has likely burned through his wealth and now depends on exhibition matches to support his lavish lifestyle. If this is the case, it raises serious doubts about Mayweather's claims of financial security and control over his finances.
No, Floyd's not going to do MMA, but he is going to box again. He's enjoying this attention. It's been very smart what he did. I think it surprised him. I think he was just going out to have a little bit of fun. I don't think he realized he could get 4 and 5 weeks of headlines out of this, but he does need to box again, for sure. I mean, you call it breaking news, but I will tell you unequivocally right now, Floyd Mayweather does and is planning to box one more time.
And the motivation behind getting into a ring again to box, when he said he's retired, why do it?
Floyd's broke. You got to understand, the only thing more embellished than Floyd Mayweather's pay-per-view numbers is Floyd Mayweather's net worth, and he made a lot of money. But remember this, it does not matter what you made, it matters what you kept, and he is a dum-dum.
So anyone, Floyd's made $1 billion. Floyd has gotten $300 million for Pacquiao, $300 million for McGregor. That might be true, but that money does not exist anymore. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, Mike Tyson, he did real well too. Evander Holyfield, again, it's not what you made. And don't forget, boxing and MMA math, whatever that number is, you get 30% of. So 30% of $1 billion, he still did really well, but not when you're spending money like that. I mean, that's just the way it works. We've seen a progression of these guys, one after the next, that all end up the same way. And that's broke, and they're just not smart with their money. And, I mean, that's all it comes down to. I'm not even trying to bag on Floyd. Look, he's just not a very bright guy. He's surrounded with even less bright guys. This is the way it works when you're a boxer and you go spend that kind of money. If you ever buy things that cost money to own, you're going to be broke.